Mineral oil is the liquid fuel formed by the decomposition of organic substances buried underground. So it is also known as petroleum or crude oil. It is greenish brown in color. And petroleum is a mixture of many compounds, mainly of the hydrocarbon type. It also contains compounds of oxygen, nitrogen, and sulfur. It is extracted through oil wells and refined by fractional distillation to separate other components. For example, aviation petrol, gasoline, diesel, kerosene, naphtha, lubricating oil, tar, these are all obtained from petroleum. They are used as fuel and for the production of dyes, pesticides, perfumes, and artificial fibers. Natural gas is also an important fossil fuel which is found associated with petroleum in underground oil wells and in some places as natural gas alone. The main components of natural gas are methane, ethane, propane, and butane. It is formed from the remains of organisms buried deep underground and subjected to high pressure. Okay, so the compressed natural gas is CNG and the liquefied natural gas is LNG. The characteristics of CNG are it catches fire easily, no solid waste remains after combustion, and carbon dioxide and water are formed in small quantities. The other pollutants are not produced. Moreover, it can be transported easily and the combustion can be controlled also easily. So, do you know fossils are the preserved remains of dead organisms in rock? Fossils are the signs of their existence left behind by organisms that got buried billions of years ago. Sometimes impressions of the organisms are seen on the surfaces of coal and stones. Use your brain power. Why is mineral oil called liquid gold? We depend so heavily on the mineral oil, isn't it? The petroleum. Day by day, the rate of petrol and diesel, these fuels, it is increasing at such a high rate. So, that is why it is called as liquid gold because we are very much in need of it and we depend heavily on it. And so, it is called as the liquid gold. And gold means valuable, and mineral oil is equally valuable. It is a source of energy. Okay. Second question, why is coal called black gold? Coal, we know it is black in color. Again, coal is also very important fossil fuel, and you know that it takes thousands of years for its formation. And therefore, it is considered as valuable, and hence it is known as black gold. Next, what would happen if underground mineral resources are exhausted? Very important. If all the minerals are exhausted from the earth, then we will not be able to get different metals and fuels. And due to the lack of fuels, there would be energy crisis and transportation and industries will come to an end. And once again, man will become primitive human being without them. Do you know liquefied petroleum gas, LPG? It is obtained during refining of crude petroleum. Petroleum gas is transformed into a liquid by subjecting it to high pressure and reducing its volume to 1 by 240 of the original. It is stored in thick walled steel cylinders so that under pressure it remains in the liquid state. As it comes out from the storage cylinder, it is transformed back into a gas. And this gas contains mainly two components, propane and butane, in the ratio of 30:70. It is an odorless gas, but a small amount of a chemical called ethyl mercaptan, which has a strong characteristic odor, is added to it. This helps to detect any leakage of LPG gas immediately and thus avoids any accident. Why is natural gas called an eco-friendly fuel? See, in case of natural gas, there are no solid waste that remains after the combustion. The combustion can be kept under control so far as natural gas is concerned. And carbon dioxide and water, they are formed in very small quantities. And hence it is a non-polluting gas. So which can be transported easily, and it is also cheaper. And hence it is considered as eco-friendly fuel. The demand for fuels has increased greatly due to the rapid growing population, but the reserves of fossil fuel are limited. It is becoming difficult to meet the increased demand. Likelihood of these reserves getting exhausted is known as the energy crisis. As the reserves of fossil fuels, namely mineral oil and coal, are limited and the demand is increasing, alternative fuels are coming into use. Hydrogen, biofuels, methanol or wood alcohol, ethanol or green alcohol are some of the alternative